Speech 1101, Public Speaking with Dana Griffith, September 1st, 2016. 1/3 of all Nicaraguan children never enroll in elementary school, fail to attend, or drop out before 6th grade. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? I'm Amber. If you didn't already know, I'm attending North Georgia Tech for early childhood education. And I see a lot of people are going to early childhood education that's in this classroom also. Kids are awesome, but have any of you ever been on a mission trip?
No.
A couple of you? Well, if you haven't, a mission trip is about sharing the gospel. And in this case, I got to share the gospel with over 50 Nicaraguan children in 2014. And today I'm going to tell you how going on a mission trip was part of one of the most influential experiences of my life. In summer 2011, I started college 2 hours away from where where I'm from, which is Edinburgh University. And I didn't really do anything my first semester. I was just the freshman, I guess you could call the shy freshman. I just went to classes, went back home, did homework, and that was that. And then my second year, I got involved in a thing called Chi Alpha. And it's a campus ministry that tries to reach out to everyone across campus that doesn't know God, and just to help people get around campus without having a hard time in school, and just a really good time to be able to get through school and have good friends and get to learn the Bible and Jesus and good speakers and just a good fellowship with people. And through that, within a year, I ended up being a Chi Alpha leader, and I got saved after that, shortly after that. And halfway through being a leader, they offered a mission trip, which was going to be for the following year, for May 2014. And I thought about it some more. I was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I have to make up my mind, because it was $1,500 to be able to go, which was for the 3 days, and it was for all the children to be able to go also, and it's for my plane fees. And the only extra money we had to bring was for spending money. And so I decided to go, and I had to find so many different ways to recognize myself as a student and let myself be known to be able to get funded for the trip and be able to go and talk to other people and be able to go out and be like, hey, I'm going to Nicaragua. You guys want to fund me a little bit or something like that? And they were just like, I don't know this girl. So I had to find a good way to be able to figure out how to go. And since I knew I loved God and I loved the kids, I figured it was a good idea to be able to try to do something like this, especially with being into kids and being able to learn Spanish not for the first time. I guess I had to freshen up my Spanish because I had taken 2 years of it, and you could say I barely knew a lick of it when it came to going back to Nicaragua. I rode on the airplane for the first time going on this trip, and not only the big time one, but a little tiny mini one too, and I was scared to death. When I say scared to death, I was the one sitting in my seat, knocking my feet, going crazy, and about to fall out of my seat, pass out. And we stayed at a place where the bugs were bigger than your hand kind of thing. And it was just really scary when we first got there, and different place, different people. You didn't understand what people were saying because they talk so fast. They don't know you don't know Spanish. On our first day, it was one of the most eye-opening and kind of upsetting days because we got to go in. We stayed in our hotel for a couple hours. We went into a village, and we went into a care centers that I can't exactly remember what they called it, but we went in and did a an hour or so in there and everything, and it was rough because you saw how kids were sleeping on cardboard, and the older, I should say, the older females of the family were being the moms of the family and trying to be what they needed to be for the family. And by that time, I was just like, oh my gosh, they hardly have anything, and when we go back home, we have everything. And it's just so hard to believe that us having everything and then them having nothing, and we get to go home to everything they don't. And I think that's everything. I think I'm gonna cut this part out. And just remember, one thing to always remember is that you have everything when someone else has nothing.